Hello students, standard 7. Going to start revision chapter number 1, integers. We already learn about the integers, which is the collection of whole numbers along with the negative numbers like -1, -2, -3 and so on. So the whole collection of the whole numbers and negative numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 so on, and -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. That whole collection is known as the integers, in which 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are the positive integers, which are on the right side of 0. So they are all greater than 0. And then on the left side, -1, -2, -3, which are smaller than 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are positive integers. -1, -2, -3 are the negative integers, but 0 is neutral, neither positive nor a negative integer. And we don't have smallest or largest integer also. Then we learn about the different properties also. Or when we know about it, like we learn that a minus b, then we get a plus b. Negative negative becomes positive. That also we already learned about it. So then we know that all the negative integers are smaller than the positive integers and 0. And on the number line, when two numbers are there, then the number which is to the right of the other number is greater, and the number which is to the left of the other number, it is the smaller number also. Then we learn the properties like closure property. Closure property means when, for addition, if you take addition, when you take any two integers and you add them, then the answer is again a integer. So we can say that integers are closed under addition. Similarly, when you subtract two integers also, answer will be again an integer only. And you multiply also, then also you get the integer again. But in whole numbers, you saw in the last standard, previous standard, that whole numbers were not closed for subtraction, because when you subtract greater number from smaller number, you get negative numbers, and whole numbers does not contain any negative number. But here in integers, subtraction is also closed for the integers. Only division is not, because when we divide 3 upon 5, 3 upon 5 is a fraction which is not an integer. So the integers are closed under addition, subtraction and multiplication, but not closed under division. So only for division they are not closed. Second property was commutativity. That always hold only for two, addition and multiplication. Means we can add two integers in any order. We can multiply any two integers in any order. Means the order is not important. 3 5s are also 15, 5 3s are also 15. 5 plus 3 is 8, 3 plus 5 is also 8. And it is true for any integers, positive, negative, 0, whatever. So that is your commutative property which holds for addition and multiplication, and it does not hold for subtraction and division. Associativity also holds only for addition and multiplication. Means when we have to add or multiply 3 or more integers, we can make the desired group, and according to that we can do the operations. So it is also only holding for addition and multiplication, and it does not hold, associativity does not hold for subtraction and division. Then we know about the reciprocals, we know about the negative number, opposite numbers, additive identity, multiplicative identity. We know about it, that 0 is the additive identity, because when we add 0 to any integer, you get the same integer back. So 0 is the additive identity for integers. Similarly, when you multiply any integer by 1, the product is the integer again. 5 ones are 5, 10 ones are 10, minus 9 ones are minus 9. It means 1 is the multiplicative identity for the integers. Now, when we add the integers, also we remember that when you add 2 positive integers or 2 negative integers, we add them and give the appropriate sign. Means if both the numbers are positive, the answer will be positive. Both numbers are negative, answer will be negative again. But when one integer is positive and the other is negative, or first is negative and other is positive, in this situation when they have opposite sign, that time we take the difference of them. Means neglecting the sign, subtract the smaller number from the greater number, and then the answer will get the sign of the greater number. So whatever the number is greater, that sign will be given to the answer. In multiplication, it is also like a normal multiplication, but you have to remember that when we multiply negative integers, then be careful. If the number of negative integers means there are 2 negative integers or 4 negative integers, means in even number, then the answer will be positive again. But if you multiply the odd number of negative integers, means 3 numbers are there, 5 numbers are there, then the product will be again a negative integer. And division is the reverse process of the multiplication. We know that that is simple. So now we are going to do some blanks, and then we will do some examples from this chapter. So now first we will do the blanks from this chapter. Fill in the blanks. So before you write these things, just revise the previous lectures. Whatever we wrote down, you wrote down in your notebook from the PDF file, because all are there. All your properties, the addition, subtraction, multiplication, how to do it. You all know about it. And therefore, you first read that so that it will be easier for you to understand again. Let's do the first blank. Integers form a bigger collection of numbers which contain dash numbers and negative numbers. So here first the answer that will come in your mind will be positive. Am I right? Because dash numbers and negative numbers. So you know that in integers positive numbers are there and negative numbers are also there. What about 0? So you can't write down negative positive here. Positive along with 0, what are they? They are whole numbers. So which contain whole numbers and negative integers, negative numbers. So here your answer will be whole, because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 all together are known as whole numbers. So here there is a chance to make mistake. Second, when two negative integers are added, we get a dash integer. So when you add two negative integers, I already explained you that if two negative integers are there, we add them, but again the answer will take the negative sign. So we get a negative integer. Third one, product of additive inverse of -7 and additive inverse of -5 is equal to or is blank. So now additive inverse of -7 is 7, additive inverse of -5 is 5. So we have to multiply 7 5s are 35. So answer is 35. Here don't write down -35 by -7 multiplied by -5. But they are inverse of, additive inverse means opposite numbers. Fourth one, 3 multiplied by -8 multiplied by 1 is equal to blank. Now first of all you have to multiply all of the numbers. 8 3s are 24, 24 1s are 24. Now sign. How many numbers are negative here? Only one negative. It means odd number. It means that the answer will again get a negative sign. If two negative integers are there, that will become positive. We can take one example like that. 5 multiplied by -2 multiplied by -3. Now 5 2s are 10, 10 3s are 30. Now here how many negative integers are there? 2. 2 is an even number, so negative negative will become positive. So here don't write down -30. Here the answer will be 30 only. 6. To add positive and negative integer. To add positive and negative integer. We take their dash and sign of a bigger integer and a sign of bigger integer. I already explained you that when we add two integers and if they have opposite sign, means one is the positive integer, other is negative integer, or one is negative, other is positive integer. In this situation we have to take a difference, means we have to subtract, and then answer will give the larger or the bigger integers sign. So here we are taking difference, or you can write down subtraction also. So here answer is a difference. But if they are both positive sign or both negative sign, in that situation we add the number, means we take their sum and then we do the necessary thing. Seventh one, starting from 0. If you move 5 units to the left, or it is said that it to the west direction on a number line, you get blank. So now here they didn't give you left or right, but west direction. You know that 0 is here. Now if you are facing towards that one, which is the east direction, which is the west, which is north and south, you should have the knowledge about it. This is the east, west, north and south. So west direction is thus, means we have to move towards left side. How many? 5 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did you get? -5. So when you move towards the west direction, it means to the left side. So we get number -5. Eighth one, a pair of integers whose sum gives 0. Whose sum gives 0 are called dash of each other. So now when we add two integers, when the answer is coming 0. For example, if you add 5 and -5, 0. 9 and -9, 0. -15 and 15, 0. So what are they called? They are either called opposite numbers or additive inverse. You can use any word. So you can write down additive inverse, or you can write down opposite numbers. You can write down any of this answer, whatever you remember, because they are known as additive inverses of each other also, or they are known as opposite numbers of each other. So anything that you remember. Then if -1 is multiplied even number of times, the product is so -1 multiply by -1 multiply by -1. If it is even times means 2 times, 4 times, 6 times. So we know that when negative integers are in even times, answer is positive. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, answer is 1. So either 1 or minus 1. But when they are even numbers, 1. Odd numbers, minus 1. So here the answer will be 1 plus 1. One more. The product of a negative integer and 0 is blank. Now sometimes mind will divert it. Product of a negative integer, you won't read 0. You multiply with negative, answer is negative, so you will write down negative here. But 0, when you multiply any number with 0, what do you get? 0 again. So your answer is 0. So now here we are going to finish the session. Will be followed in the PDF file. In next session we will do some more examples and so on. Any confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.